In Zoho CRM, I know that I shared tons of information about Zoho CRM, but every time I'm finding a small nugget on Zoho CRM, and this one is also it's a cool one. So one of the problems with business is that sometimes you will send emails to opportunities or to contacts, and they're not responding to you. Now, it's very easy to work with people that actually respond to you. It's more difficult to work with people that are not responding to you, because most people do not have a quality system to follow up who is responding or not. Most people are working with their emails. And if there is an email, they take action. If there is no email, okay, probably no work today. So this is a cool thing. If I will go to my opportunities, as an example, you can do it on the contacts and leads, as far as I know. If I will go to the opportunities, and on the right side, I will go to the filter, I can search the latest email status. If you will click on the latest email status, you can see the different options, and that's for the last email. So if you send multiple emails to an opportunity or a person, that will count for the last one. And that's also one important thing. It's for the incoming and outgoing. Okay, so this is for the last email. It doesn't matter if it came in or out. You will have your different options. The two that I'm interested is not opened and opened and not replied, which for me as a salesperson, both of them are the ones that I care. If you will select, for example, opened and not replied, and then you will go to the criteria of time, and you will search, for example, last month or last week, and click on apply filter. For me, it's a test system, right? I never sent an email to anyone, so it will be all empty. But in your case, if you will go and you will click on apply, you will see the people that you actually sent emails to and they never reply to you. And what you need to do is just to create an email template, for example, follow-up 1, follow-up 2, follow-up 3, and you select those people. You click on send email. You select the template that you like to use, and then you can send it to them. And in that case, the person will get, hey, Josh, I called you last week, or I tried to reach you last week. There was no answer. Let me know when it's a good time to talk again. So this is, I think, a cool option to follow up. It's a patch. It's not really a great system. If you ask me about a good system, I would probably like to see the last follow-up date. Let's see, real last update, and that's a field that's being updated from SMS, calls, meetings, tasks, updates on the page, and that will show me what was the real last update about this person, right? So that's a cool one. And of course, if you're using a blueprint, I would like to have the next follow-up being filled by the salesperson, and the management is making sure that the salesperson is actually following up on this specific date. So those are the good ones, and this is a patch. So that's it. Okay. Hello, Jeff.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So how it works being a voice talent? How it works?
Well, one way is there are several, actually quite a few websites that people can go present jobs. I have a script for such and such project. I'm looking for a voiceover talent. And then it's a collection of voiceover talent that audition for various scripts.
That's cool. So let's say if I have a commercial, or I need to record my auto attendant or something like that.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, because usually people use their own secretaries or the in-house talent, and they usually doesn't sound professional.
Exactly.
Okay, fantastic, Jeff. Okay. So what is your question?
Well, I do quite a few auditions, and they might be on various sites, and I'd like to be able to track them. It's as simple as just how many I've done in a day on which sites, and then if I book a job, I just want to be able to know, be able to keep track of which sites that I'm booking the jobs on.
Very simple. For me, if I would be you, every time that I'm auditioning, that's an opportunity. Do you agree?
Yes.
So I would create an opportunity for each audition that I have. I will have here another pick list, and the pick list will be website or company or something that represents the place that you are auditioning with.
Sure.
It might be also, instead of a pick list, a lookup to that will not be a vendor, it's actually an account. It will be a lookup to an account which you already have here, because the account is someone that pays you. And if you win the job, you're getting paid. So the account can be the website or the company that hired you, and you can have another pick list for the website. It's up to you how to manage it. I don't know exactly what's happening after you being auditioned and winning the job, but it can be or the account name or a pick list. And that's it really. And then you can see the number of opportunities. You can see if you won or lost. You can see from which websites. And if you will go to the analytics, and that's a cool section. In the analytics, you can have here in the opportunities insights, you can create new components that can show you based on a website. So you can see something like, something like that. So you can see the different websites, and for each website, how much you won, how much you it's in pipeline, how much you lost.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting because I want to make it as simple as possible, because literally most voice talent, they may do 100 auditions and you might get 2 or 3 jobs. So it's a small percentage.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to be putting a lot of information about each audition. It's just if I land the job, then it becomes a deal or opportunity or whatever. So I'm trying to make it as simple as possible, so I'm not entering a lot of information about each audition, if that makes sense.
Yes. The next easiest thing will be to create a small Zoho form. The Zoho form will have some basic fields. I don't know, name, the name of, do you have the name of the person that interview you?
Yeah, there's usually some kind of indicator. It might be the actual name of the company. A lot of times, some of these sites, they don't want you to know who they are until you get the job.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But there is some kind of identifying marker.
Okay, so the unique identifier, and let's go 1 second to a new lead. So the unique identifier will be in the lead system, the last name.
Okay.
Okay. The lead source, which you can reuse the existing one, will be the website. This one. The lead source will be the website that you are working on.
Okay.
And that's it. So this, you will have a Zoho form. The Zoho form will collect the last name and the lead source.
Okay.
So for you, you will have 2 fields. You enter them, click save. If you win the job, you click convert. If you don't win the job, you don't click on convert.
Okay.
And based on the conversion, you can see how many leads you collected and how many close won you had. That's it. If you want to make it very, very simple.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Well, that gives me some ideas there. I appreciate it.
No problem. And probably I would do exactly the same thing. On the opportunities, the form would collect, I think, the basic fields that you need to have. Let me just check for you. because I do want you to have it. Those are opportunities, even though most of them are lost, and I do understand it. You will not have pipeline because in your system, probably you don't have pipelines, you don't need them. You will have the deal name. The deal name will be the unique identifier. The stage is coming by default, so that can be just a static field in the Zoho form. So until now, we just need the deal name. And that's it, and the lead source. So the deal name will be your the identifier of the job.
Yes.
The lead source will be the website.
Okay.
And you just push, opportunities. And if one opportunity is mature, then you add the contact name, account, how much money, stages. You put some time into it because, as you said, it makes sense. If it's just dead, you spent maybe 20 seconds, but now you have a way to see all those opportunities and the stages. And I think it's cool. I think that's what I would do probably.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem, Jeff. Have a good one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Mr. Basil, how are you, my friend?
I'm testing my new microphone and got my headset.
Sounds awesome.
All right. So the question I have is, we have several properties and people come in and out. And there's two things I'd like to create. One of them is to have a calendar with each property on the one side showing stripes of the booking so that you can see visually who's coming in when. Mm-hmm. And the other one is to create a report so I can tell my cleaning people, hey, you got to be there on that day because that's when they're checking out or whatever.
So 1 second. So you're talking about a cleaning company?
Well, it's my cleaning guys, but they need to know when people are coming and going so they can get their stuff together, the sheets and everything else that we need to change, towels and all that kind of good stuff.
Those will be Airbnb. Give me some background.
Yeah, actually, let's call it short-term rentals. Let's not call them Airbnb. I kind of
okay.
But short-term rentals. Okay. Airbnb is one of the people who were in the business long before Airbnb came in. But anyway, yes, it's basically a model. People come in for a short term, 2 or 3 days. Sometimes they leave the same day as the next people are coming in. Okay. So those are critical times. I need to make sure that everybody knows that that's happening. Mm-hmm. So one of the programs I'm using, we're using a program called MyVR, and that has a calendar. The calendar is vertical, meaning the dates are up on top with the months, and on the side, on the left side is where the properties are, and they have a bar of I guess I could actually show you if you want me to, but I think it's enough.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
So in that way, you can see where the overlapping people are and when they're leaving, when they're coming. So that's the part A of the problem. And the other one is creating a report. And I was thinking maybe, and you tell me, is it inventory? Is that the Zoho? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, Zoho Inventory. It's a relatively complicated application. I don't know if you want to go that way.
No. Okay. Not necessarily, anyway.
So you need to know. So wait, what problem you're trying to fix?
To have a visual representation of when people are coming, how long they're staying, and when they're leaving. But that's a visual representation that will show on the top bar would be the dates of the when they're staying, and the left right side doesn't really matter, but the name of the property, and then have a bar on there showing, let's say in red or whatever, that this apartment is booked for that many days, and underneath the next line it would have the other apartment for that many days, and they might be overlapping or be concurrent, whatever.
Don't have a good solution for you with Zoho. It just doesn't work that way.
Okay.
Yeah, the calendar ability in Zoho is more for one interaction.
Right.
I will show you one thing. I don't know if it will help, but anyway. So with Zoho Calendar, I saw people. I have one client that he has a big event center, and he has basically lots of rooms, or I don't remember how.
Same thing.
Same thing. Exactly. Same thing. So this is short term for multiple rooms. And in one room, you can have only one client at the same time. People will not share the same one together.
Right.
And let me just go to the new version. I don't want it to work. Come on, let me go. Okay. So here you can create multiple calendars, right? And that will be Department A. Okay, and
right.
So you can see all of them at one shot, and you can select here.
Right. That's pretty much how Google Calendar works, right?
Yeah, so you can see in one shot everything. So all the rooms, you can create all of them, but there is no brain behind it. So no automations, nothing. It's just Google Calendar.
Right.
I don't know how great it is.
Okay. And the other one, the other part of the question was, and that's probably have to do with reports, how to create a report to say, I think they're custom reports, and I tried to play with them one day, and I kind of got a little lost, where you create a report and say, okay, I want you to tell me the check-in dates and the checkout dates for this week. So that should be a fairly simple one to do, but
and I assume that you will have this information in the opportunity.
Yes, all that information is in there.
And how the report should look like? Is it supposed to give you?
It could be a list. It could be a list. It could say check-in date, checkout date, name of client, number of people. That's it.
That's simple. So if you go to the reports, okay, and you create a new report on the opportunities, right? Because here you will have all the orders.
Correct.
And we can also add the contact, because you want to know who the person is.
Right.
You have it in a tabular report, so it will be list one below the other. You have here the different fields that you like. I don't have the fields that you need, but you will have here.
Yeah, created time would be fine. I mean, in your case, created, I'm just seeing time created, or any of those. Yeah. Okay. All right. That's it.
You will have that, and the filter. So you have here the standard filter and advanced. The standard, the terminology is wrong. This is a time filter. So all those will be time-based.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be everything else.
Right. And now that's interesting, because one of the things I was playing with earlier. There's no way to tell it that I want you to tell me for this week, and not go to have to change the dates, from 6/20 to 6/27.
Yeah, it's or you do the custom, and it's from to. You have here. Yeah, you have your last week
and current week.
Week. Yeah.
Okay, that's it. Perfect.
Okay.
You got it. My friend, you made the fog disappear, and I see a bright, sunny day ahead of me.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay.
Have a good one.
You too.
When a lead is created, is there any option to show a pop-up message on the screen?
When a lead is created, you want your client to get a notification?
Yeah, a notification in form of a pop-up message on the screen, as like a desktop notification.
Yeah, so it's not really like that. I don't have an option like that, but I can do something like that. That a click notification will come. Is that helpful?
Yeah, that's the click notification.
Yeah, so that's fine. So you will need to go to the settings. You will need to go to the workflow rules.
Yeah.
Okay, let's create a new workflow rule, and we'll call it leads, and that will be notify the owner on a new lead. Okay, it's just a name.
Yeah.
Okay, and here you will need to select on record action and select create.
Create.
Okay, here you will have some kind of a criteria.
All the leads.
Okay, all the leads. And in the notify, you will select via click.
Yeah. Here is the question. Is there any, is I needed to subscribe to Zoho Click and integrate with CRM, then it show an option of notify to click.
Yes. So you will do two things. One, from here, you will go to Zoho 1, you will go to the admin panel.
Yes.
And you will go to applications, and you will make sure that click is here. If not, you will click on add application, and you will add click.
Okay, perfect.
Second thing, you will need to go to Zoho CRM. You will go to the settings. Under marketplace, you will click on all.
Yeah.
And here you will select search for click, and you will search Zoho Click for Zoho CRM, and you will
need to add extension here.
You are correct. You will need to add this integration, and only then you will go and you will see this option, which is notify via click.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes there is a problem. About 20% of the times that I did it, it didn't work. And then you need to call Zoho support, and they will help you to figure out what's going on. But sometimes it's happening. Most of the time it's okay. It works fine.
Okay. Which type of the notification it will show? Can you show me?
To show you what?
The notification or the pop-up notification on the screen.
Yeah, sure. The message will be, let's say, new lead, and number sign will bring you the different options.
Lead ID or the lead first name, last name.
That's right. So do we have a full name? Okay, let's do first name, space, last name. And some people also like to see the phone number or the mobile.
You could just leave the other.
What to do?
Just leave the other fields.
So 1 second. Like that?
First name and last name is perfect.
Okay. Here you select who you want to be notified. Usually you will have here. 1 second. Usually people will create a channel that all the salespeople will get notified. But if you don't want, we can go with users, and you select the person that's supposed to get notified.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Okay. Now, if I will create a new lead, let's just get rid of this message. Okay. So if I will create a new lead, see, you have your Zoho notification. You see at the bottom? And if you click on it, new lead, Sam Josh, you click on it, goes to the lead.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very cool. Any other question?
Yeah. Are you familiar with Zoho Creator?
I am, but I'm not supporting this product. Just because it's the nature of Zoho Creator is being custom application, too complicated. Prefer not to deal with it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, my friend.
Thank you so much for
Thanks. No problem.
time.
No problem.
Yeah,
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Chantel, how are you today?
I'm fine, Lior. How are you?
Super. It's all great.
Awesome. Thanks again.
Oh, no problem. So let's see what's going on here. So where do I go to see this new feature?
So you're going to go in post.
Okay.
Well, they sent an announcement saying that there's a new feature, and then we don't see how to use it. We don't see where it is. Like, we thought it would be in post or drafts, but we don't see how to.
What is this feature?
It's where when somebody creates a post, they can get approvals. Like if you click on post, you should see approvals in the left-hand menu. I don't see it on your screen. Where is your menu on the left hand? Click on post once at the top.
Oh, posts, yeah.
Yeah, okay. You see where it says approvals?
Yes.
Okay, we don't see how to get the post into this section.
So let's see. We have the publish post, we have scheduled post, approval, and unapproval. Okay. Based on what I know from Zoho, you will have two roles. And let's see, first of all, if that's true. And let me go to the users. Let's add one more user. We'll call it test one. Test one. Generate something, sure. Okay, so I have this user now. Let's add Zoho Social for him. Okay, so that will be a user. What I assume is happening when you have users, you're probably an admin, right?
Yes.
When you will have a user, he will create a post and you can set if the user need to ask for approval before it's released.
Okay, so probably on my account, I won't be able to see the approval because I'm an admin. Got it. Okay.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll have to work with one of my team members to see if we can see it.
Yep. That's probably what is this new feature. It's a feature that I know that lots of people requested, because when you have admins creating posts, it's all good. But when you have people that are not admins creating posts, when it's out, it's difficult to take it back. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's too late. So this is probably why this feature is here.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, no problem. And meanwhile, I'm getting also another question for Fajer about, she's asking if she can send more than 300 emails in Zoho CRM. Yes, you can. The limit is 1,000 email a day. That's the limit in Zoho CRM. More than that, you need to go to Zoho campaigns. But yes, you can do more than 300 a day. So before that, please present the problem that you faced before you can show your solution.
Yes, the problem is I have a lot of email template emails in my and when I look at the screen, a lot of times it's confusing to see which one is going where. So what I would like to do is I'd like to pull out a list of all the templates that I have and put them in a spreadsheet. That way I can put a little notification in there, note next to it, and say this is what this email does, and that way my team members can also share the information instead of having to open up every single one to see what it says. And when I asked Zoho, and I just asked you too, if there is a way to export that list into a spreadsheet, they said no.
That's right.
So so my workaround is what I send you in the video, and is basically to open up and inspect the window in Google on my browser, and then get the information that is in there from the browser itself, and then export it into a different thing so I can work on it. So
okay. So show us how you were able to grab all those into a spreadsheet.
These are all my templates I have on here. So all I would need to do now is right-click on the screen and go to Inspect. When you go to Inspect, you have a pop-up section that comes up to the right side of your screen, and then you can go. There's and here, Leor, you'll have to help me with the terminology. The div is basically a container that contains all the information that is in the section of the screen that you're seeing. And as I highlighted on that div section over there, you can see my whole screen is highlighted. If I right click on this, I'll be able to edit as HTML. And then right here is all the information that is on the left side of the screen. I Control A, Control Copy, and then let me go to a new section.
So right now you have the HTML, which is not really usable for humans. So
Correct.
You're going to a different tool to extract whatever in the HTML to the Excel, right?
Correct. And I found this HTML online editor. There's probably 1,000 of them out there, maybe 1 million, but this is the one I found. This is the one I use. So now if I paste this information on the left-hand side, it's a free demo, so it doesn't work. But then you can see that all the information that was in my template thing is right here. So now all I have to do is just Control A, copy it, and then let me get a new spreadsheet, and then paste. I'm not sure if it's anyway. So there it is. All the information now is in here. From here, you can, let's see. I think if I do it, Control B. Anyway, you have all the information now in here. Now from here, you can play with it. You can make it look the way you want it to, but at least you have a list of what was in the templates in a spreadsheet, so you can work on it. So that was my solution. I didn't know if there was a better. The reason I asked you the question was if there were no other questions pending, then I could show it to you. And thank you for letting me show it. And I don't know if anybody will find it useful or not, but this is the way I got to work around it. And since you are the king of workarounds, I just thought.
I think it's very good, especially when you have like you have so many templates, and at some point you start to lose control of which template is doing what. So for sure, it's great. One thing I can add to that. Let me just share my screen.
By the way, I think that would work with just about anything that is in Zoho, and it's in I can't think of right now of anything else, but anything that is in a list, such as that. Perhaps even the automations, you could do the same thing, at least to get a list of your automations and then write an explanation next to it so you can keep track of it.
The automation for sure it works. In the automation, you can also go to the workflows, and you can select a single module. As long as it's one module, it will work. So this button, and then you're getting a list of everything. So that's very useful to just copy and work with it. One more thing, if you go to settings and you go to actions, you will be able to see all the email notifications that you have in your system. And those notifications, it's not doing what you're doing. What you're doing is the email templates. Those will be the email notifications, basically all the automation that's related to the email templates. And from here, you can copy that and paste it into a Google Sheet, for example, or Zoho Sheet. But that's also something that another layer of how to organize your automations. It would be nice if Zoho would give us some kind of a small area here that you can have some free comments for each one of them, or organize them in folders, or something easier to work with. Because when you have so many, I have clients with hundreds of workflows and templates, very difficult to manage.
Right. And in Leo Isaac's famous words, it is what it is, my friend.
It is what it is, brother. Yes. Okay.
All right.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I hope somebody found it useful.
I am. I just received an email about the Zoho Sheets web clipper that scrape information for web. Ooh, that's interesting. Do you know anything about it? Nope. Nope. But let's see. Lately, there are many things that I don't know about Zoho. Too many things. And the reason is that I am spending about 2 hours a day learning about new Zoho features, but they're releasing so many, which is not even human to learn. So I see. So this is okay. So that makes sense. So Zoho created it's like a plugin to your browser. One is for Chrome and one is for Firefox. And whenever you're going on a web page, and let's try that. So let's add to Firefox. Sure. Okay. And now if I am going to...
Yeah, that's what made me think of it, because I was like, I wonder, could you use that? But I wasn't for sure if that's what it meant.
Let's see. I don't know. Where is it? No, that's not the one. Maybe I need to refresh. So it said that I just need to right click, right? Yeah, new spreadsheet, but I don't have this option. Okay, let's see. Maybe I need to select. Okay. Okay, so you select the information, and Basil, maybe they just killed your startup. Let's see. New spreadsheet. Looks good here. Actually, maybe not. Let's see. Not as good as the other solution because it's not really on tabs. It's just pushing everything in one place.
Okay, yeah, that's...
Let's try one more. Let's take only that. Something is going on, or let me kill those two. We'll try last time. Nope, doesn't work for me.
All right, well, thank you.
We're trying, right?
Yeah.
That's what matters. But again, they're releasing so much stuff. Crazy. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Chantel. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, guys, fantastic. So we have lots of cool things today. Thank you very much for staying with me for 1 hour, and I will see you next week.